Thank you. Good morning again, everybody. So I'm going to tell you a bit about the Alexander von Humboldt Foundation. The Alexander von Humboldt Foundation is it's a foundation that grants scholarships for postdoc positions. So once you finish your PhD and you are a standing researcher, you can apply to the Alexander von Humboldt Foundation. So this is what we do. So we fund researchers. So you can apply with any project that you like. So it's not about the specific thematic of the project, but what we fund is the researcher. So if you're an standing researcher, you can apply for the Alexander von Humboldt Foundation. So we have 30,000 alumni worldwide, and so once you become a Humboldtian, you'll always be a Humboldtian. So that's very good, and this is what I love about the Humboldt Foundation. So this is what we do, and so we have research fellowships for starting and experienced researchers, and so we have two main programs: the Humboldt Fellowship, the Georg Foster Fellowship, and the Alexander von Humboldt Professorship, which is Germany's most valuable research grant. So this is about 5 million euros. That is granted for the professorship. So, here we have a table of what we do. So there are no quotas. So we have the Humboldt Fellowship and the Georg Foster Fellowship. The Georg Foster Fellowship is for developing countries, for developing projects, but you can apply to either of them. So it doesn't really. So if you're from Colombia, don't feel obliged to apply to get the Georg Foster. You can apply to the Humboldt Fellowship. So there are no quotas, neither for individual countries nor for specific academic disciplines. And so the only thing that matters is the applicant and its academic record. And so we support people or projects. So most of the funding from the Alexander von Humboldt Foundation comes from federal funds, so from the BMBF, and but also a huge part comes from the foreign office, so the federal foreign office. So this is also kind of a sort of a scholarship for external relationships. So this is what I really love about the Humboldt Foundation. So it was established in 1953, and so this is Alexander von Humboldt that traveled Latin America and explored. And also he was also funding researchers to do the research. So ideas can only bear fruit if they take root in many minds. So to create a big network of Humboldtians is kind of one of their main focus. So to foster ideas and people. So about 900 awards are granted every year. There are around 140 alumni associations. So there's the Humboldt Club in Colombia, which is the president of the Humboldt Club in Colombia, and there are around 2,300 research days in Germany every year. So there's not only the Humboldt Fellowships or the Georg Fosters, but also the advanced experienced researchers as well. So this is our network of Humboldtians around the world, around 59 Nobel laureates within these 30,000. 40 conferences every year, so you can, once you're a Humboldtian, you can apply to organize a Humboldt Collect in your country, and this so to have like a scientific conference funded by the Humboldt Foundation. And so this is also what we do. So okay. So around the world, most people that get the funding from the Alexander von Humboldt Foundation come from Europe, Asia, North America, but here in Central and South America, it's actually growing. So it's something that we work on every day to try to keep growing this number of Humboldtians coming from South and Central America. So this is the program. So we have So if you finish your PhD up to 4 years, so up to 4 years of your doctorate, you can apply for a postdoctoral fellowship, and you can apply either for a Humboldt Research Fellowship or a Georg Foster Research Fellowship. So this is for just young researchers that are just finishing their PhD. And also, the people from Germany can apply to the Federal Research Fellowship to do their postdoc abroad. So if you are a Humboldtian, you can be a host in your country and bring a German researcher to, for example, to Colombia, to Peru, to Ecuador, to do the research in your country. So Germans can also use this fellowship. For experienced researchers, also up to 12 years after doctorate, so there's also the Humboldt Research Fellowship. The difference between these two fellowships is the time. So for the postdoctoral researchers, you can stay in Germany up to 2 years. For experienced researchers, it's around a year and a half. So that's the difference. So between, and both scholarships actually pay really well, and also they have support for families. So actually, they pay a little bit more than DAAD, and a little bit more than DAAD. So for experienced researchers, so we have for up to 15 years after doctorate. I was thinking about this morning. I was like, it says 15 years since I finished my PhD. I was like, oh my God. So you can apply for a Max Planck Humboldt Research Award, and up to 18 years after, so you can apply to, so nominated actually, this is for the Friedrich Wilhelm Bessel Research Award. And so this is the program. So also we have all the information on the website. So if you have any questions, I will be around the whole day also if you want to chat about the Humboldt Foundation. And so this is something that we have heard about. So if you've had a child, so they would take that into account. So it says 4 years and a half, and so that's with all other type of career breaks. If you had to take care of a relative, so this is this. Yeah, and I already said this. So the difference is actually the time. This is very interesting actually. If you are a professor already in your country, because sometimes we get sabbatical years or sabbatical semesters. So if you want to spend your sabbatical year or your sabbatical semester in Germany, you can apply for this award here, for example, and be there 6 months. Or what some people do is they apply for a year and they stay 6 months, and they keep the other 6 months for another stay. So they can divide the states in 2 or 3 states. So that's very convenient actually. So some people have 6 months, others have a year of sabbatical. So there are also no deadlines. So you can work on your project carefully and prepare a good project, because being such a good award, then it's very competitive. So you have to take your time, and so there are no deadlines to apply. And so this is 2,670 euros per month, which is very good. Actually, this year they increased these values, and this is for living in Germany. It's actually very good. So this money to do a postdoc in Germany. And if you're an experienced researcher, you get even more money. So you get even more money. Okay? So for postdocs, your PhD should be about average. If you see, should I apply? So you see, well, I publish, most of my fellow students published just 1 paper. I published 3. So you're like, okay, so I'm above average of what my colleagues publish. So academic publications, agreement with academic host. So so this is also important to have somebody that to host you in Germany, and so you prepare your proposal. Yeah, so it could be related to what the professor does, or we could be kind of on the side, and so knowledge of German and or English. So it depends, no? So for humanities, most of the research in Germany is done in German, so it depends on the field that you're going, but if you're going scientific research, so English is enough. Yeah, so this is what you need to do your to prepare your applications. So this is one program that I really like, and it's also very interesting for Colombia, but also because you don't have to have a PhD to apply for this program. So if you have a master's, you can apply to this program. So the International Climate Protection Fellowships, and actually 11 fellows from Colombia we have had. So it's very good. So 11 people from Colombia have been granted this International Climate Protection Fellowship, and this is for climate protection and resource conservation. So for people that are working in non-governmental organizations, public administration, politics, academia, or businesses, and then would like to conduct an independent project agreed with a host in Germany. So this is also very interesting, the International Climate Protection Fellowship. And so this is the application requirements, only the bachelor or equivalent common degree. So even if you don't really need to have a master, with the bachelor is enough. But it's also that it's your experience. I have a master's, but I've been working with the communities for a long time on climate-related things, so I already qualify because I work on that area in my country. So clearly visible leadership potential, theme-related work experience, and successful. So this is a 2-year fellowship as well, so 2 years. Okay, so if you can, for advice to apply, you can go to our web page and then click advice, and then you can go there to find advice, or you can ask me here during the day as well. And also, so I'm going to tell you a few details. I won't take long about the foundation in Colombia. So this is the fellowships granted. So see, Colombians have applied for Humboldt fellowships, for Georg Foster fellowships. So this is our difference. So you can apply to either of them. It doesn't really matter. So this is the applications we have received. It's very competitive. So the applications we have received. For example, here for the Georg Foster. In 2014, so 2018, 14 applications, 50 applications. See, this is how competitive it is. So 3 were granted, 1 in 2019, but see here how it has gone up. So in the last years, the number of applications has come down, but the number of scholarships granted has gone up. So that's something that has been mentioned here today, is that the Colombian scientists are really high quality, and they can propose really high quality projects, and the Latin American, not only Colombia, Peru, Ecuador. So they can propose really high quality projects and then get them funded through the Alexander von Humboldt Foundation. And this is the comparison of the 2 tables, and this is, okay, I don't know what happened here. So this is in total. We have had 87 Humboldt and Georg Foster Research Fellowships granted to Colombian citizens, so 87. So it's good. We want more, of course. We want more. So if you want to apply, just find me in the coffee break, and then we can talk more. And then when you get the scholarship, there are return scholarships to come back to your country, to come back to Colombia. You can get new research tapes of up to 3 months, so this is good. There are institute cooperation programs around projects around 55,000 euros, alumni awards, Humboldt lectures, collects, as I said, so there are conferences. You can organize a conference and get them funded through the Alexander von Humboldt Foundation and the Humboldt clubs that we work here in Colombia. So these are the contacts. So in Barranquilla, it's Professor Bernardo Uribe. So most countries have one ambassador. But here in Colombia, we have 2 ambassadors, and I work with the Humboldt Club, but also I work as ambassador, and I say, well, if you're a Humboldtian, you should be an ambassador of the Humboldt Foundation as well. So in Barranquilla, Professor Bernardo Uribe. In Bogotá, we have Professor Mónica Ibagón. She's at Universidad Externado, and here I am at Universidad de Los Andes. So this is what I wanted to tell you. So here is so our webpage, Humboldt foundation.de, and so and the web email info@avh.de. So feel free to contact them or to contact me, whatever you need. Thank you.